straight over to me and he went, Eddie, let's squash the beef. And I said, I thought you were going to chin me. And he went, he said, let's have a photo. I want to post it and say we've squashed the beef. So he took a photo of me, but never posted it. So I don't know where it is. But listen, I said to him, listen, I hope you're innocent. But don't tell me that I'm the reason that you failed a drugs test. You failed a drugs test. Now, whether it was contamination or whether you cheated, not for me to decide. It's
B sample will tell you.
But the reality is if the B sample comes back as positive, he had performance-enhancing drugs in his system when he entered the ring. Unlucky or not, that's fact. I hope he's innocent. I like the kid. He's good for boxing, but he's got to deal with the situation.
And those are the words of Eddie Hearn as he reveals what Ryan Garcia actually done when he's seen him. Okay. Now, if you guys haven't heard, Ryan has been on a rampage for conspiracies to why he failed his drug test. Okay. Because he was found with Ostarine in his system. It was rumored to have nandrolone in his system, which I don't know how that kind of fizzled out, right? Maybe they misread the test, whatever. But he was blaming a lot of people, and Eddie Hearn was one of those people that he blamed. And bonus, he said, if I see Eddie Hearn, I'm going to punch him in the face. Which, if he was going to do that, that would be very ballsy, really out of character. But I mean, this Ryan Garcia here, you don't know what Ryan is capable of doing, right? So, he's saying that like he's just angry and he's pissed off. And I can understand if he is, because it's a frustrating thing. Now, when he actually saw him, he gave him a selfie. He took a selfie with him talking about let's squash the beef. And then it was like, well, it was Ryan that started it, and I'm with Eddie because like if at this point, when you start, and this is what it comes down to, when it's a Golden Boy show, people, Golden Boy, the representatives from Golden Boy that promotes Ryan Garcia, they are responsible for collecting the samples to VADA. You know what I mean? So if they conducted the tests, they are the ones to be more to blame than someone outsourced. Okay, because Devin Haney was a matchroom fighter signed with Eddie Hearn, but that his drug test had nothing to do with Eddie Hearn. You see what I mean? And him just blaming people and throwing this out there and throwing that out there and using ashwagandha. I almost said ayahuasca, but ashwagandha. It's one of those things, man, where it's definitely a red flag, because when you start blaming somebody else for something that happened to you, it's kind of hard to rock with it. Now, is Ryan Garcia the only person that did that? No. Canelo, Sugar Shane, Roy Jones, Luis Ortiz, Jarrell Miller. All of these guys have something in common. Luis Ortiz. I could keep going and going and going. The ban is not that bad. He's gonna fight in 6 months anyway. That's how much the ban is, because that's where they ban you from the time that you tested positive to 6 months after that. I just wonder where he's at. And one thing that occurred to me about Ryan, thinking about Ryan Garcia and his mindset and his temperament, he's in and out, up and down. He's indecisive. You don't really know how he feels at certain times. You don't know if he's, hot or cold. He may say one thing this day and then another day he got another way. That's just him. I think Ryan is pissed off and he doesn't really know who to blame. He's made peace with the fact that, hey, the B sample is going to test positive too. So he's not really expecting it to be any different from the first, which in theory, that's right. But then you don't want to keep over talking yourself. See, that's what I was talking about Ryan before. Ryan Garcia has seemed to talk himself into a situation where it's either you're trying to set people up or get people to expect what's to come by basically what you don't accept or expect. So if you say, oh, well, the B sample's like this, you're telling everybody beforehand in case it does come back the same as the A sample. So, I mean, really, what does that mean? That means that maybe you're just setting people up for the fall. You're just giving people a cushion, for what's to come. Because a lot of people are waiting for that B sample, because the B sample is a part of the whole process when you do test positive for something in your system. And it's bad on a lot of levels, but it's not the end of the world. Ryan Garcia is saying I'm gonna walk away, but I'm gonna make my own league. I mean, that's just stupid. Because who are you gonna fight if it can't be sanctioned by a athletic commission? You know what I mean? You can't take away the powers that be to only remove them, to put the people that you think that the powers to be ahead of those, and therefore they are the people that making sure things go the way. Well, who regulates them? You see what I mean? That doesn't sound good either. Well, dude, I just buy my own people and I just do my own thing and I just fight people elsewhere and a whole nother boxing. No, that doesn't even sound good. That just sounds like someone that wants to do something else based on the fact that he can't face what's to come with him. If it comes back positive, okay, they have to ban him unless he has this team of geniuses and lawyers to get him out of this stuff. But one thing I've learned about these lawyers, they haven't really been able to help a lot of people. Yeah, they take your money. Look at Tyson Fury. He was paying millions of dollars for lawyers to supposedly get out of a Wilder fight, which never happened. So you look at all those retainers and all that money spent on lawyers, which you should have just saved in your pocket. So if Ryan's thinking that the B sample is going to come back positive like the A sample, that means there was no contamination and it happened a whole different way, because there's no way you can say both of these were contaminated at this time. There's no way you can get away with saying that. So now you got to go another route. Okay, well, how else, Ryan, did it get in your system? So let's do the research. Where's your supplements count? What's this? You know what I mean? What were you taking besides ashwagandha? Lay all the other vitamins or whatever supplements that you were taking, so then we can test it. You know what I mean? Instead of, well, let's just wait for the B sample. No, I mean, because if you feel that it's going to test positive, you need another way or another approach. Okay? But him talking that about Eddie Hearn, then taking a selfie with him, that just shows that Ryan was just frustrated, man. He was frustrated. So he just probably sporadically said it at the time and didn't mean it all the way through. Sometimes you can say stuff that you don't really permanently mean. He just needed time to cool off. He smoked him a blunt. He chilled out with his friends. He took some trips. Now he's in Saudi Arabia and he's making amends. But you guys tell me what you think of Ryan Garcia and Eddie Hearn taking a selfie together after Ryan threatened to punch him in the face. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!